on this job, it wasn't really research. It was pretty much just for just for me. I watched Even Stevens every night. I would get home from work and I would sit and would watch an episode of Even Stevens. It wasn't like me. It wasn't like me being I should try and copy this. It was because it was so amazing. I love that show, and obviously you did an amazing job and whatever. But yeah, so I guess that was my research a little bit.
What about for you, Lucas? You nailed the voice.
I watched a lot of this of like what this would have been 5 years ago and then 8 years ago in terms of like tons and tons of interviews of Shia, and I have
really
a lot of voice
memorized.
memos on my phone, probably that are still on my phone of like specific things that he said that I just tried to get into my head.
What's one? What's a specific?
Well, I've been chilling with Mia since I'm 10 years old. It wasn't that. It was I've been chasing Evan since I'm 10 years old. Having pie fight. I was having pie fights in Even Stevens, and she was doing 13 with Holly Hunter. There was a specific energy of forward energy that I don't have. I'm like in my voice. I sit much more back on my voice, and I think Otis is a much more forward energy. So that those blurbs were good bursts of that for me.
Yeah, shout out to Liz Himmelstein
who
who helped both of us do get into the accent, but it was more of an energy of Shia's, and she really helped both of us.
What is this like for you, Shia, to hear people just talk about, analyze you?
Let's watch that back here.
I think it's the first time he's hearing it, by the way. He really stayed away
I never
from
met this
all
woman,
of this.
Liz.
Yeah.
She great.
Liz is,
No
man.
shout outs for you for Liz.
Liz knows you backwards and forwards, man. What's it like you get into costume the first time you see yourself as your own dad, a version of your dad on set?
It was emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then on set, are you and you're also watching these guys play versions of you. So because you have to deliver a great performance, an authentic performance. So
I
what's
came
your role
in
there?
day one when Lucas started doing his thing.
Yeah.
It was day one. He started on day one with heavy too. And heavy, yeah. And I came in and saw about like 20 minutes and then left. I felt like my energy wasn't helpful, like just being on set.
Yeah.
And he had it. Like I knew he had it, and I just wanted to be as useful as possible. And then me and Noah got very close, and then when we got to set, we got very distant. So our energies shifted, right? So we had trust.
Based
and
on the relationship in the film.
Yeah. We had trust. There was love. We knew each other in it, like backwards and forward. He knew everything about me. We've been playing magic cards and having long discussions. And then when we got to set, we got very distant. And so that was kind of like, that, and they had it, I knew they had it, so I was able to just free my mind of like any kind of judgment that way, or like being myopic with the script and words, and like that was all gone. Also, everybody kind of wrote their parts in a way, and a lot of ad-libbing on set and things like that.
Were you intending it always to be something you shared with the world, or was it going to be just for you initially?
I never initially wanted to act in it. I thought that was over for me fully. I was going to go join the National Guard or the Peace Corps or something like that, send her the script and dip off. That was really my intention. And that's how I presented it to her. And then she was like, I'm only interested in this if you're going to play your father. And I hadn't really thought that way.
It's not a biopic. It is something very relatable to anybody. Like whether you know Shia's career intimately or not, we all have interesting relationships with our dads. Yeah, exactly. So what is the challenge of this one? Is it unique because of this particular situation where you have the actual actor there? Does that make it more challenging or more tricky or what?
I mean, I think that to begin with, first of all, bringing your own kind of personal reason to why you do a project like that, which for me, both Shia and me are children of alcoholics, and we both have dipped into a lot of issues that have to do with this cycle of generational pain that comes with addiction and how to break out of that cycle. So kind of coming into that and being so thankful for Shia that he wrote something that couldn't have been, to me, more personal in some ways and then universal in others, but like giving him really the respect he deserves and the space to tell his story and not make it about my story and it's not my dad, you know, and remembering that. But I think that the working on something like this that can be, like you said, kind of turned into some, you know, biopic, and that was never our intention. And bringing Otis to life with Lucas and Noah, and how to think about that, how to tap into all the cool that makes Shia who he is and the artist that he is, that all of us share a lot of love for, and you know, we are challenged by him, we admire him, we love him. So it's just kind of borrowing from that as much as we can, but without doing an impression of Shia, and actually creating a new person and bringing that person to life.
Who's the best juggler here now?
Me.
Lucas, hands down.
Me always.
Oh, yeah.
Me always.
Like 5 balls, 6 balls.
I mean,
5 balls, 4 balls.
I mean, me and
But they're
Shia
good.
did
They're
pretty
good
good.
jugglers. Fine
We got pretty good.
It was also a bonding
Yeah.
thing for us too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Shia and I actually like practiced a lot of juggling in my backyard, and the woman who instructed them was working with knives, which was
Yes.
pretty cool, and swords.
She was awesome. Like
That's
she was like
badass.
juggling like weird stuff with like in weird ways.
Spiders.
Never saw that on
Yeah.
That was not.
Yeah.
Just juggling spiders.
Sadly, we didn't get to that point, but you know,
The sequel,
we
don't
were
worry.
close. Yeah.
Shia, are you able to watch this one? Is there a scene in particular that's tough for you to actually watch?
No, I have distance from it now. But it's I feel like I've excised something. It's not like I'm not dealing with the same issues anymore. I mean, these movies, all of them. Oh, I mean, not all of them, but most of them lately, they all have a cost, and that cost like sort of relinquishes you, empties your pockets in a way. So my pockets are empty here, which has been a blessing to my life.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to watch it now.
Did this help the relationship with your dad?
Oh yeah, it didn't just help it; it brought it back to life. It resurrected it. We weren't talking at all, 0 for 7 years actually. Like right around the time I met Alma, and then she actually had the first conversations with my dad, sort of as like a translator before I had ever talked to him. And then she was the one who actually said, you know, you need to go see him, and I hadn't seen him for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and him are good. I talked to him this morning in the car. He's like a cute old man with a beard and laying in bed. Like, we're in a good spot.
Does he still call you honey boy?
Yeah.
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 Kisses on your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has he seen the film?
Yeah. He's seen a version of the film. Yeah. He hasn't seen this version yet, but he liked the version he saw.
Were you with him when he saw it, or was that?
We kind of watched. He watched it on a computer screen on a webcam, and I was watching him watch it, sort of like how I did with like all my movies. It was like it's very strange. And then I was sitting at home watching him watching a webcam, which was crazy. And it was only like the top of his face because he's old and he don't know how the a webcam works. So he's like leaned all the way in, but it was really wild to watch it like nose up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the indelible memory from the set of this one that you guys are gonna remember?
Craft services. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about something dramatic.
Good, bad, or ugly?
They had Salt Bay. You heard of Salt Bay? They had Pepper Bay on craft services.
Okay.
The guy who sprinkled pepper in such a.
Was that in your writer, Shia? You insisted on the Salt Bay?
No, it was all made up. No,
My writer was the actors, that was my writer, and my writer was quite specific. I was really, I'm an actor whore. Like that's all I think about all the time, and so it was really about like making sure that we had the right people show up all around. That was it.